have another day at the Pan-African Film Festival. The people that I've been meeting and talking with and chatting is just so amazing. Fashion Black excellence right here, just fabulosity. I know that's right. Oh, look at this, bam! Fashion. Okay, that's how we do it. The Pan-African. Where are you going? I know that too. Look at that. You better work. That was an excellent film series tonight. To always go to these things because they're exciting. And look who we have here. As you see, the Pan-African Film Festival is about bringing out the Black Hollywood, the fashion, arts, films, panel discussions, documentaries, bridging the African diaspora.
I come from documentary. I have the utmost respect for documentary. I think that is one of the hardest forms of storytelling because the people that you have in them don't always want to be there. So you have to convince, whereas actors want to be there. They audition to be there. So I think documentary filmmakers need much more respect and such.
Your feelings about the attempts to brand our neighborhood as Black Beverly Hills.
I understand why people call it that, but I don't think that we are Black Beverly Hills because we don't have the wealth that Beverly Hills has, not in comparison. And we need community, and that community is not just to say like, oh, look, enjoy our food. That community is for survival. So to me, it's beyond just, like if we have the means to live anywhere we want to live in Los Angeles, it's not just because we want a pretty house. Sometimes it's, hey, because I have a visceral need to be around people that look like me because of my safety, mentally and physically.
And one of them recognized me and she stopped and she walked up to me and she said, congratulations on the show. I just want to say that you people are changing my thought process, not only about Nigerians, but about Africans and Black people generally.
To really have a thoughtful, purposeful intentionality, to bring together artists, to tell a myriad of different stories across our experiences, across our circumstances, that really is not monolithic, that speaks to the breadth and the depth and the complexity of who we are as Black folks. You know what I mean? Across the African diaspora. So I just think that is a really powerful dynamic and quality and characteristic of the festival. And so
because that's concrete proof in terms of how powerful representation is in terms of what we put out there to the world. Because a lot of people, whether we like it or not, that's where they get all their information from. They're not going to go read a book about Nigeria. No. Unfortunately, they're not going to. So now I don't have people walking up to me anymore and asking me, oh, how many fake credit cards do you have in your wallet? That's happened to me, unfortunately. And so it's impacting, it's making changes.
I think it is so important for all of us to formalize those memories, whether it's in film, book, telling your children, because we always said, when the revolution happened, if we had known who we were as Ethiopians and been proud of that, it would have been a very different outcome from us when we were in exile. So it's terribly important, and people have amazing stories and experiences from that time that they should share. And we will try to do the same, and I encourage everybody else to do it.
It is true. His Majesty's history is undeniable in being a symbol of Black liberation around the world. And if we can only have our own people in the country understand that as well, even despite the disagreements, we just have to get to a place of understanding. But please, Banatish, tell this story, tell it 1,000 times more.
I'm excited to see your film viral.
Yeah.
I think it's important because, you know, as content creators and social media people, what inspired you to do this film?
Because this film is like, it's all the way from Amsterdam, and it's like, you know, based on the things what's happening there, right? Inspired by a quote of Nina Simone, and the quote is like, speak up or pass the mic.
These past 2 weeks at the film festival was so much fun. I am sad to see it come to an end. And if it looks like I'm having fun, it's because I am.
Midwest in the house.
And the fashion show yesterday was so much fun.
You better get it.
Afrocentric designs. And then they actually had an audience anticipation. Got on stage. But the Queen Mother took the favorite of the day.
Marcus Garvey, his story has been told in print and also on television and so forth. It's been in a less than positive light. I wanted to change the narrative, pay homage to a person who was larger than life.
The highlight for me last night was seeing Redemption, the story of Marcus Garvey. It was amazing. And yeah, that's Afri Winter. And then I ran into my friends.
That I got footage of on Nick Gabaldon's day.
The show we got coming up.
I enjoyed meeting filmmakers, directors, and
you guys are
it was
in
just
this room
great.
right now creating history, and we're going to keep on creating more for the future.
What I find fascinating about film festivals is just the ability to talk to different filmmakers, learn their stories and their passion for the films and the questions and answers. And the art was just amazing there as well. I didn't show pretty much a lot of the art, but
now they coming with some mess they done mashed up, but listen, you have the power to build your immune system with some simple things.
That's right.
Very simple. If you start feeling some symptoms, go get some cloves, right? You know them cloves that y'all put on that ham?
You know, yes. Ooh.
Go get some oregano.
You
right?
know what? I
Get
swear.
some thyme.
Listen, I
Get
swear.
some ginger.
I have all that fresh. I swear I was gonna do a video about that because I crush up 3 cloves and I drink the tea because it kills parasites. And I wanted to tell people because people are always saying, "Oh, black folks lived and they ate hot ham." I said it wasn't the ham; it was the cloves that killed the parasites in the ham. And here you go, bringing it up. Ooh,
Yeah,
it was
so
meant to be talked about.
and also ginger. Everybody's always talking about turmeric. Well, I want you to look up something. Turmeric, I want you to ask this question: is turmeric a hybrid? And you'll find out that it's a sterile hybrid. If something's sterile, it can't make life. If a woman is sterile, she can't have a baby. If a man's sterile, he can't produce a baby. So if God didn't make it, don't take it.
I know that's right.
All right.
Ginger all in my house. Yes, I drink a lot of ginger.
Well, you looking beautiful, guys.
That's my favorite singer right here.
That's all right.
Yes.
That's right.
These are Fashionista. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous, honey.
I'm Ashley Calloway. I'm a literary and talent manager. I work at Color Creative Management, which is Issa Rae's management company that she owns under her Hooray Media umbrella. And I represent writers, producers, directors as a manager, kind of like the first person that jumps in with the client.
My name is Ray. I am a founder of a company called In the Cut that helps Black creatives learn and find job opportunities and resources in the entertainment industry. I'm also a writer. Most recently, I was a writer on The Witcher on Netflix, and I'm currently writing an animated feature for Netflix as well. A more holistic view of your career, whereas agents are more job focused and trying to get you that like next sort of credit, whereas managers are looking at more of a comprehensive view of your career. You might talk to your manager more frequently than you talk to your agent.
still there, and on the top stair, we used to go to the NAACP meeting. I used to see Mr. Dotrieve all the time. I used to see Dr. Hudson all the time. I used to see all these people all the time. What I didn't know was Dotrieve actually raised money for the Selma boycott. Wow. You guys would never know that, did you? No. That's a picture of him raising money. And he also raised money for black home ownership as well.
He left thousands, millions to USC.
Yeah, well, his wife did. Verna did. Verna left all that money to USC. It was founder savings, and the story that I was told was that Mr. Dotrieve had bought a series, had funded tow trucks. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, but there were a lot of brothers that had tow trucks. Dotrieve was behind that. He funded a lot of businesses. He also funded homes for people to buy homes as well. So he was, one of my neighbors was telling me that even on the east side on Central Avenue, some of them couldn't own the homes. There were some restrictions on those houses as well, and not just in West Adams. Bruce's Beach.
Was that a shock for you or did you know about the Bruces years ago?
Yeah, we knew about the Bruces. That's a part of historic preservation. And that's why it's important we learn the terminology, because they had to go through steps of getting it recognized and then, getting back the land. But I have to tell y'all something. If you go back before Biddy Mason, blacks owned a lot of the land downtown, but there were farms. So we had a lot of land. So you give us one little piece of Bruce Beach, what about the rest of it?
There's a big monument to Biddy Mason on 7th Street.
Yeah.
On Spring.
Yeah, so they gave us something, but they could purchase the houses, but they couldn't live in them. And so when one of the very nice, I don't want to say very nice, but one of the white folks who sold them, yeah, she was nice because she actually sold the houses to them. When Hattie went to move in, she had a problem. They got sued, and so Lauren Miller was able to win that court case in the state of California. And the NAACP came in and took it on the national level with another court case. I believe it was in Chicago. Don't quote me, but it was another housing discrimination case, and they took it to the Supreme Court, and they overcame the restricted covenants in 1948, which means they were able to, blacks were able to move west. They were able to.
That you came across.
The biggest surprise that I found was that women were making all the different ways that women were making money, as opposed to today. That the Klan came down to the California Eagle. Do you guys know this story? The Klan came down. They were after her. They came into the office. Charlotta showed them a gun, and she scared them off. But she did that by herself, with the force. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this force that's inside of you. If you believe in something strong enough, and you have a force behind you, you can literally scare people off. And that's what Charlotta Bass, but I don't have a picture of her, but.
And although the film festival is over, there's a lot of things happening in the mall, in the neighborhood, and the art was just fabulous.
I am an actress. Many of y'all don't know me because of that, though. But a lot of people know me got all the jobs. Right. But a lot of people know me because I am vegan, and I cook vegan food. I talk about it. I share it. I really think of myself as somebody who just loves to spread love.
Truth by any and every means, truth at all costs, which is something that I don't necessarily think we are conditioned and encouraged to live, to be in pursuit of, and to set up boundaries around so that you can preserve it and protect it.
There's not even competition in that. Nobody can do what I do when I'm being me.
These are just some of my highlights from yesterday's events at the Pan-African Film and Arts Festival.
This beautiful necklace I bought. And what did you say about this necklace?
As I told you, this is for Queen Cleopatra, the Egyptian queen. And this was used for both king and the queen.
It's the beautifulest piece I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. And this is the designer of all this amazing jewelry, and he's in Leimert Park.
Yes, ma'am. Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
It was so much fun, and I just want y'all to come down here and support this sister that's in the mall. She's also in the neighborhood, but she had the most fabulous pieces.
And I'm in love with my necklace. She's fabulous, and she has different ones too. This was so much fun.